Hello, everybody. I'm giving it a few seconds here for you to get the notification that I've gone live. This is David Scott Peters with therestaurantexpert.com. I hope you had a fantastic holiday. Hope your new year was incredible and that 2019 is going to be your best year ever. Now, look, again, I'll give you a little time to pop on here, but here's the deal. Why am I doing this YouTube Live? Well, I missed one last week. Sue me. My kids were home for the holidays, spent some family time, actually took some time out of the office. Hope you guys had a chance. Hey there, Tony, how are you? I wanted to kind of reach out there because I just got off a coaching call just a little while ago, and it blew my mind. I had a member who's been with me for 3 years and asked me, hey, do we have an integration with one of my competitors that does nothing but scheduling? I went, what? What are you talking about? Smart Systems Pro does all that. Well, she'd been with me for so long that the software just keeps evolving month after month, year after year, to an incredible point of where it is today. And whether you're a member or you're planning to be a member, don't really care. I'm really doing this right now to kind of go over the features. I mean, I couldn't believe if I have a 3-year member, somebody's been paying us for 3 years to help them with their business, to not know we have online scheduling, and asked if I had an integration with a competitor. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So look, man, I've got this list. I got 2 pages of features I wanna run by you. I wanna make sure, I hope you check out the product, Tony. Well, I'll tell you more about it right now so you can decide if it makes sense to. But here's the deal, Smart Systems Pro, we developed, basically started off with spreadsheets, and our members did everything by spreadsheet. They said, David, we love your stuff. We're tired of putting the same number into 7 different spreadsheets. We're tired of management by accident or worse on purpose manipulating formulas. We don't even know we're looking at bad numbers in spreadsheets. And then when it comes to recipe cost cards, holy crap. Such heavy lifting. By the time I get them done, it takes me 60 plus hours to get them done. By the time I'm done, they're wrong. Because as soon as an invoice comes in, all that has changed. Every recipe card's wrong. So they wait 6 months, a year, even longer before they go through that process again. So that's kind of how Smart Systems Pro was born. It's what I think is the only restaurant software that's been built from the ground up for the independent operator in mind. I've got somebody who attended one of my workshops who's a consultant who is now creating a competing software. I wish him luck. But unfortunately, he's using the same thing, the only software built from the ground up. Well, guess what? We've been doing this a lot longer, and I didn't attend your seminar, you attended mine, and that's not a dig. It's truth. But here's the deal. Let me kind of go over what some of the features are. Just in a nutshell, it's an online checklist system, online manager log with cash controls, complete scheduling system with labor controls, and scheduling with an app and so on. I'm going to go through that in greater detail. Food, beverage, merchandise, from recipe cards, ordering, inventory, prep, key item reports, waste sheets, culminating in weekly budget variance, along with our Budget Creator Pro software. But here, these are the things that my members, even my members, and I got to figure out why this is the case, don't know. And I want to make sure that you know. Did you know that we have QuickBooks desktop integration for free? We have 2 apps that go on your desktop along with your QuickBooks that when your managers put invoices into Smart Systems Pro, you bring them across automatically, journal entries made automatically. When they put the end-of-day report into DSR into Smart Systems Pro, bring it over automatically, journal entry is made. So we have 2 apps for QuickBooks desktop integration for free. Did you know we have an online checklist system, but more importantly in this, what I'm talking about right now is we have a free app called Smart Systems Pro Connect. And what it will allow you to do is take checklists right off your phone, iPad, doesn't matter, a computer, but this app is for your phones or your iPad or your Droid tablet. And you can take checklists and notify you, keep track of all that stuff. And you can take shelf-to-sheet inventory from your phone with one finger. Hold it with your hand and with your thumb. Type in numbers, hit next. Shelf to sheet. Unbelievable. Oh, by the way, that's free. Did you know we had a scheduling app called Smart Systems Pro Smart Shift? And it's for free. Your employees can swap schedules, see their schedule, put in schedule requests, message management, so on and so forth. All that, pick up a shift, all for free. Did you know that inside Smart Systems Pro, there's a FAQ, a frequently asked questions, with self-help videos, webinars, articles, like years and years and years and stuff. How much are we asking, Steve? Are you asking how much is the monthly membership for the software? Do me a favor, type that in and I'll answer that question for you. I'll make sure I'm answering the right question. Next, the only upgrade we have that you pay more for at this point in time is something called Smart Scan, that you can literally take a picture, scan with a free scanning app, scan your invoices if you don't get them already by spreadsheet, and you can then email them to us. We'll transcribe them, send you back. You can upload it into Smart Systems Pro like uploading a photograph to Facebook. Bam, all your information is. Recipe cards are up to date, next inventory is up to date, your next order is up to date, plus we have line by line entries, so when we do ideal versus actual product usage, it's all there. Steve, again, I'm looking for you to ask me that question again of what you want to know. We have an online checklist system. This is reasonably new for us, but create opening, closing, side work checklist, manager checklist, maintenance checklist, accounting checklist, anything. Put it all in there, and then on your phone, you can answer whether you did things. It logs when somebody answered, what time, who did it, what their answer was, has comments. You can upload pictures, and you do all these things. How much is Smart Systems Pro monthly service? It is $347 a month for your first location, $99 a month for any additional locations. There's no sign-up fee, no setup fee, month to month. You can break up with me like we're dating in high school. Say, David, it's me, not you. I don't care. Give me 30 days notice. That's your only risk. Plus, you get coaching from me on a monthly basis or one of my coaches. We have unlimited training support for the software Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, chat, email, call. We have after hours email that we check periodically and so on, even on holidays. You get seminars and workshops and all $8,000 worth of training products. I mean, look, if you do $500,000 or more a year in sales, it's a bargain. I'll tell you that right now, because we're trying to get you at least 10 times return on your investment. Now, what else do we have? I talked about Smart Scan. That's the only upgrade. That's $50 a month. That's the only upcharge we have at this time. We have so the online checklist system. That's what I went through right now. Next, online scheduling. Okay, complete online scheduling. You can write a schedule, you can copy a schedule, you can drag and drop employees from shifts to if you want to make that swap. There are scheduling templates. You love, this week is a great schedule. Copy it, create a template so that when it's time to schedule next week, you literally drag and drop times into the person. So we know the shift, even if it has a station that your fry cook from 10 to 4. Just drag it into that person, done. Really powerful, really easy. But really what makes us different from anybody else is we have a powerful budgeting system called the labor allotment system, where we not only tell your managers how many dollars they have to spend, but how many hours they have to schedule next week on budget. Now it's incredible because if you're right, online scheduling, let me be very clear, online scheduling's happy horse shit. A lot of my competitors, it's happy horseshit. Big deal. You could do a Google sheet and share online scheduling and do it yourself with a spreadsheet. Where the power comes in is when you tie in our labor allotment with your schedule and you do the schedule variance and it says you're 15 hours over budget next week for your kitchen. That they go and get rid of 15 hours. And before they freak out, what's beautiful about it is you can start thinking in new ways, in small ways. For instance, most KMs or chefs, I said, you have 15 hours over budget, they'd freak out. And I'm saying, no. What if you brought in 4 people, right? 4 people and 15 minutes later, right? Got more efficient on setting up the line at the end of the last shift. 4 people, 15 minutes later, that's an hour. Do that at the AM and in the PM, that's 2 hours. 7 days a week, that's 14 hours. Like, stop thinking about cutting complete people and find staggering and how we can find efficiencies instead of bringing everybody in and picking their butt and playing grab ass at the time clock when you don't need them. This software allows you to do that. That's the power of online scheduling, is you've got to have a budget tied to it. Hey man, we've got dollars per labor hour worked. We look at efficiencies. It's one thing for me to say, hey, here's what you got to do to schedule on budget. But who said we're using the damn people in the right shifts, the right days? Imagine that we can look at efficiencies. Question here, Steve says, how can we see the system and all the functions and all that wonderful stuff, inventory integrations? I'm gonna go, right now I'm kind of going through all of what it does. What I'm gonna do is, are there any free trials? Let me answer your questions, both Tony and Steve. So right now, if you want to call Greg Sauerbach, our solutions coach, at 1-877-457-6278 at extension 106. Greg will take 15 minutes of your time to learn more about your business, tell you what we do, and see if there's a fit. Because here's the deal. If we're not a right fit for you, and I'm going to tell you right now, we're not a right fit for everybody. I just like to think we are. We suck. We create work. But if we are a right fit for you, we'll set up a demo. It takes about an hour, hour and a half where we share our screen and we show you, answer all your questions, make sure it's all good. At the end of that call, you can say, Greg, this is not for me. And Greg will tell you, okay, great. We're not going to try and talk you into it, because if we've got to talk you into doing work, you ain't doing the freaking work. But if you're ready for change for 2019 to make a change, then we're here for you. You got more questions, we'll set up another call. Either way, at any point in time in the process, you say no, we're going to accept that. Now, you'll be on my email list till you die, but we're not going to call you again. We're not going to do it because you got to be ready for the work. So hopefully it answers your question. Again, I'll reiterate that at the end here. Now, the dollars play by our work, we talked about that as far as efficiencies. Now, what about food, beverage, merchandise systems? Well, number one, a great feature is we can group products. If you buy chicken from 3 different vendors, you want to take inventory as chicken, not as Chicken US Foods, Chicken Sysco, Chicken Benny Keith. Well, that's 3 different products. We group them, and as far as our system's concerned, that's only one product. That makes it easier for recipe cards. It makes it easy for inventory. It makes it easy for all the things you do. Even when you order, it knows the default, but you can switch to a secondary vendor if you want, and then you can set up rules. You can have default that it's always say Sysco, but if you ordered US Foods, it ignores it, leaves everything the same. Or if all of a sudden you switch to US Foods, guess what's going to happen because it was grouped? Every recipe card changes to US Food. It's up to date. Your inventory changes to US Foods. Your next order changes to US Foods because it's last purchase. That's powerful to keep your costs in line and keep everything going. We have recipe cost cards. Probably, I think, one of the most robust recipe costing card systems out there. From batch recipes to help you take shelf-to-sheet inventory, knowing that what a batch is, and that lives in a red Cambro, and that on the line it's in a 1/9 pan, and you use it by the fluid ounce when you use it in a recipe, breaking it down that it's how I count it, how I use it. Really, really powerful. But there's a couple things that I don't know. Again, did you know you have the ability to upload a photograph? Put build charts, mise en place, prep instructions, recipe instructions. They can print off 3 different cards: a recipe costing card, a recipe card how you cook, and a training card for front of house that they know you use Vidalia onions. They're exceptionally sweet, come from 1 crop a year. Did you know that you can take your telephone, which is an $800 camera, videotape how a recipe is being made, upload it onto YouTube, make it private so nobody else can see it, all right, or unlisted, nobody else can see it. Take that URL, put it in our recipe cost card system, create it says Tony just said the recipe program is worth it already. Thanks, brother, I appreciate that. But did you know you can take a picture, take that URL, put it in our recipe costing card system, generate a QR code, it's on your recipe cost card, so now you take your phone, right? We've lost the battles on cell phones. So they grab their damn cell phone out of their ass pocket, they scan it with the camera, bang, up comes the video on how to prepare that dish. Really, really powerful. Question here is getting ready to put someone to do this. Tony, take action, brother. You're gonna love it, I swear to goodness. Now, those are some of the recipe costing cards ins and outs. What about tying your recipe costing cards to your point of sale system? Whether there's POS integration doesn't matter. If you can export your product mix, your PMix report, velocity report, item sales mix report, don't care what it's called, everything you sold by line item from your POS system, you can import it in SmartSys Pro, map it. Recipe card says All-American burger, and in your POS system says burger, All-American. You map it, save it once, just once. Now, every week you export from your POS system, import an SSP, I'll be able to tell you your ideal food costs. No waste, no theft, no spoilage, perfect restaurant, which does not exist, and literally tell you what your food costs should be in your restaurant. Steve has a question here. Do I do my physical inventory, then enter a homemade Excel spreadsheet? How exactly does yours work? I'm gonna tell you here in a second. Give me just 1 second. We're gonna do a POS, the recipe integration. I'm gonna talk about ordering, and then I'm gonna get to your question for inventory. So anyway, so you tie the recipe cards with your POS system, and now we know ideal food cost every single week. And in a little bit, I'm going to tell you about how we can calculate ideal versus actual product usage. Because we have inventory, Steve, right? Beginning inventory plus purchases minus N gives you use divided by sales, but we have that by product. We know that you used X cases and you should have used Y cases. I'm going to go into that in greater detail. How about an ordering system? Imagine this, that you go into our software and because you're using all the daily paperwork, because you're taking your inventories, you're uploading your invoices and so on. You're welcome, Steve. I'll get you in a second. Here's the deal. We have automatic par levels. Holy crap. Did you know we have automatic par levels? That if you're doing the work, the data's already there. You have to choose a couple date ranges there. What it means is this. We can order for your restaurant better than your chef who's worked for you for 20 years, who walks into a cooler, stares, oh, I need some of that. Oh, I need some of that. Bullshit. Based on your history and what product you actually used, it's math. Based on doing for this 6-month period of time, this is what your gross food sales were. This is how many cases you used of a product, and it comes up with a ratio. For every dollar in food sales comes in, you use 0.00063 cases. We know from your sales forecast, daily paperwork done once a month for your sales forecast, we know you're going to a $30,000 weekend. Based on that usage, 0.00063 times whatever, you need 10 cases. It's that simple. And oh, by the way, that's not tied to your recipe costing cards. See, if let's say you were French fries, you're supposed to be portioning 5 ounces of French fries, but your management team's not paying attention. And instead of 5 ounces, your cooks are like handfulling and 8 ounces go on every single plate. And that's really your practice. Your real recipe is 8 ounces. Well, the software, the way it calculates automatic par levels is ain't off the 5 ounces, it's off the 8 ounces. Okay, it's how you actually perform. So it's better than anybody's mind. It's your actual usage. Did you know that when you order in Smart Systems Pro using our online ordering system, that it'll notify, if you want, your sales rep. It text messages them there's an order with the order date, the delivery date, the amount of money you're spending, which tells them to go look at their email address, because in their email, there's the actual purchase order with the product ID, the quantities, the prices, everything you need for each one of these products. Did you know it did that? Did you know that if you don't want to use our ordering system step by step, you want to use Sysco, US Foods, Benny Keith, FSA, anybody's online ordering system, you can order on their system, export it as a spreadsheet, import it to us, automatically create the purchase order, then look at whether it's on budget and use our system. Did you know that if you upload your invoices, and like I said earlier, whether it's using Smart Scan, that's our automatic upload system, or our manual price compare, where you manually say, here's my invoice, here's what actually came in, and change like they shorted you a case, prices are different, just manually touch it. By having all that data in there, you're going to have automatic invoice updates, which means you can use our purchase allotment system, where we tell your management team how many dollars they have to spend on their next order to be within budget. Now you can give up ordering without giving up your checkbook, right? With automatic par levels, tells them exactly what to order. With a budget, if they need to order more, it says there's a problem. When should you find the problem? Today, right? Not 15 days the next period when your accountant gives you your books. It's 45 days have gone wrong. You've made the same dumbass mistake for 45 days in a row. Now you want to fix it. Did you know, ready, Steve? Inventory question. Did you know that we have a shelf-to-sheet inventory system? Set up your shelves in the order they appear in the way you want them counted. So for instance, shelf to sheet. So if it lives on the shelf in the first position, let's say in my walk-in freezer, first position is McCain's potato wedges, 30-pound case. Well, guess what? It's going to say freezer, walk-in freezer, position 1, McCain's potato wedges, McCain's. You get it from Sysco. Case price. Counted by the case price. That same product in the reach-in freezer in the 12th position, it's going to say potato wedges, McCain's, Sysco, 5-pound bag, 5-pound bag price. Now when I go in the drawer freezer, in the 6th position, McCain's potato wedges loose. So potato wedges, McCain's, Sysco by the ounce, including already having yield calculated, and the ounce price. And next to it is a batch recipe. 5-ounce portion bags, McCain's potato wedges with the value by the bag, count them by each. So when we talk about taking inventory, Steve, you're going to have the ability to set up your shelf-to-sheet inventory. And oh, by the way, if you put it on paper, following the video I give you in Smart Systems Pro, if you don't have the time, the wherewithal, help to do so, or you just want your help, you send it to us in our format, and we will actually set up your shelf-to-sheet inventory, taking this 20, 30 man-hour process, taking 15, 20 hours off your shoulders because it's that damn important. Now imagine whether you print off your count sheets, you hand UTAN, here we go, we need to talk offline. No problem, brother. You give me a call, extension 101. So my phone number is 1-877-457-6278 at extension 101. But again, 106 is Greg. He's probably best suited, but I'll answer anybody's questions. More than welcome to call me. So now, imagine you print off your count sheets and you say, because it's shelf to sheet, you hand 2 people go do dry storage, 2 people freezer, 2 people do the walk-in cooler. I have $6 million restaurants who take inventory in under an hour every single Sunday. Tony just asked me a question here, 1-877-457-6278, extension 101. Yes, that is my number, Tony. Okay, so now, you can take an iPad or a tablet in the old days, or a computer, and go offline and get it all done, okay? So, bottom line is you can go in there and you can take inventory, go offline, big metal box, freezer. That way you don't lose connection. But now, as of today, with our Smart Systems Pro Connect app, free, on your cell phone, you can literally take shelf-to-sheet inventory. I'm not kidding you, with your thumb, because you type in a number, hit next, type in a number, hit next, shelf to sheet, product after product after product. Unbelievable. Now I don't have to worry about internet. And it's free. Just download the damn app. You got to have an installation, right? You got to have Smart Systems Pro or it's going to go nowhere. But now you're offline the whole time because it downloads your inventory, shelf to sheet. You enter it, and when you're done, it says, you want to upload? Finds the internet connection, sends it up. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, these are things that make life easier. All right, that's page 1 of Did You Know? I've got 2 complete pages of Did You Know? And dude, I know you're falling off like, David, I don't want to hear you. You know what? I'm just doing this because, again, I had a call with a member who didn't know. So I'm going to tell you. Did you know we have key item reports to prevent theft? Did you know we have waste sheets to be a proactive management tool that we can track whether we're a training issue, we're over purchasing, so on and so forth. And when we see the problem today, do you know when we get to fix it? Today. That along, the key item report and waste sheet, 2 clipboard systems along with the purchase allotment system, I guarantee people a 2 to 3 point drop in food cost within a month or 2. No recipe cards, no inventory, no nothing. It's magic. It's unbelievable. Do you know we have something called Menu Profit Generator? And what it is, if you give me, remember that menu mix we export from your POS system, bring in? That gives us ideal food cost. Well, actually, that's in our import MPG. I bring it over to Menu Profit Generator, and now we can get on a call and we can re-engineer your menu. And I'm going to tell you, first time through, most of our members see a 3 to 7 point drop in food costs. Now, we can only do that once, following raising prices in the top 1, 2, 3 items, looking at recipe costs, looking at portions, looking at getting rid of losers, adding new items, what do we merchandise, so on and so forth, following proven science. People who are smarter than me, I just read books and I can do it, right? So bottom line is you get all this wonderful stuff, but by the way, you get that 3 to 7 point drop only once. After you've used the science, every time we look at it on a quarterly basis at minimum, we can say, oh, we got to raise our price. We got to do this, that, the other to make up the price margin that's disappearing because your food costs are going up. You can see the impact and make those changes surgically without ripping off the Band-Aid. But you don't get a 3 to 7 point every single time change to your bottom line. At some point in time, I would be paying you to sell your product, right? It's kind of like the credit card people who call you up and say, hey, if you switch your processing to me, we're going to save you money. Well, at this point in time, you've gotten so many phone calls, they should be paying you at this point, right? The one number you must know to have any chance to make money, and what is Smart Systems Pro? A prime cost control, right? That's what it is. Did you know we have a weekly budget variance report? So we start with, did you know? We have Budget Creator Pro, an online budgeting software program that we've created specifically for us that we can easily do budgets, do budget variance on a monthly basis, but find our goals. How do you know what your budget should be for labor? How do you know what your food costs, poor costs by category should be? Well, once we know that, we put it in the system, and now that which we measure improves. And here's the power of weekly. Why I want weekly inventories and weekly labor allotments and so on, a weekly budget variance. Because if you mess up and you lose $300, $800 this week on labor, and when you're $500 over on food cost, you got 3 weeks to fix it. Right? Hey, chef, give me some features, some specials to drive food costs down. And let's find these 3 things where we're bleeding our costs. Hey, managers, you got to trim 10 hours over the next 3 weeks each week without giving up guest satisfaction or cutting things. How do we get more aggressive to make that money back? By the way, managers, I may suck and create work, but I'll make you more money because now we can put you on a bonus program, and you should never miss your bonus because you're in control of everything. Steve asked me, everything you're talking about is included in smart systems. You may have said it, but what is the commitment term? Okay, to remind you, Steve, there's no sign-up fee. There's no setup fee. It is month to month. You got 30 days notice. You cancel, give me 30 days notice. That's the in and out. $347 a month for the first location, $99 a month for every other location. Everything else I'm talking about is included, no extra charge. From the QuickBooks apps, and so on. The only thing that is an upcharge is going to be $50 a month for SmartScan. Now, Tony asked me, team to help set up. Yeah, dude, we're a restaurant training coaching company. I'm going to commit to you if you sign up. Anybody signs up, but I'm going to pretend it's just you, right? Just you and me, man. I'm going to commit one of my trainers to work with you and your management team and meet on a weekly basis to get Smart Systems Pro going. For 6 months, if you make every call, if you make sure your managers do what we ask, in 6 months' time, you'll be 100% implemented. And the sad part is 20% of people keep every single call and are on pace. Now, it's $347 a month. It covers everything, man. Okay? Now, if you want to bring Lisa Rath out, okay, that's one of our training specialists, and you want on-the-ground training, help with your batch recipes, shelf-to-sheet inventory, and so on, a 2-day visit with some time before and time after, that's $7,000. So you can speed up the process, you can buy speed, and bring one of my key people into your building. So hopefully that answers your question, okay? I kind of think I saw here, let me see the comment. So $400 a month covers Cadillac platform. Yeah, man, covers it all. I have one membership level higher I never sell because there's only things. There is what's called our elite group, and there's only 22 restaurant owners in North America. We meet on a quarterly basis, and that's $747 a month. So bottom line is I don't sell that because you got to have an opening, and you got to be on a wait list, and they invite you. They invite you to a meeting, and they decide. So just know that there is one level higher. Otherwise, there's consulting, and we can talk about that if you've got questions. You got to have volumes, and you got to want to buy speed. So now, did you know? Here's a big one. Not only do I give you a budget variance report, but sometimes people screw with the frickin' numbers. Like you go do all this work, and you're ready to pay bonuses, and the next thing you know, you go into your budget variance, and shit has changed. They lied about invoices. They held them back. Management held them back and didn't put them in the system until they got their bonus, then put them in, their food cost goes up. Did you know you can save your budget variance at the day you looked at it? That you will see that it changed. You know where you were. By the way, I didn't know. Did you know that in your invoice log, you can export into a spreadsheet your invoice log by category with everything that your accountant can check off, everything is there. All right? I do know the biz, Tony. I think I do. I've been doing this a long time, man. Hell, I'm putting myself out as the restaurant expert. Can we have a bookkeeper log in and see all this? Yes, you can, but I'm going to cover something better than that. I'll give you here in a second. Remember, this is the did you know? This is all because somebody called up and said, do you integrate with one of my competitors for scheduling? I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? We have all that. So here's the deal. Did you know that we're a weekly prime cost system, but you're on monthly accounting? What are you going to do? A 5th or 6th inventory in the month? Hell no. We've got a system, an end of month inventory adjustment that literally by plugging in a couple dates, it automatically, based on the purchase allotment system, added to your actual inventory, it can give you an estimated inventory. You don't have to do it. Here we go. What else? SSP Analytics. Did you know that when your management team tells you, oh, these things are so hard, it took me way too long. Oh, Smart Systems Pro is broken. That's one of my favorites. I can log in, you can log in as the site administrator, go to SSP Analytics, Smart Systems Pro Analytics, and I can tell you who logged into what system at what time. And go, bullshit. You didn't even log into recipe cards. You didn't even create an inventory. You didn't, bullshit. See, there is no hiding. There's accountability. All right, it is there. Did you know there's a resource section with all $8,000 of our training products digitally downloadable and yours included, Steve, before you ask, included in your month-to-month membership? Did you know that we have loyalty benefits for our members to try and be the one-stop for you? Did you know that we have a GPO? We have an agreement, a group purchasing organization. We're teamed up with Dining Alliance and some of their sister companies that they've got some really great training things and just a whole bunch of other things. But the GPO, group purchasing, for the products you're already buying, get rebates that you're not getting right now. Plus, they can help you with a prime vendor agreement and some other things. We have a special deal with them for our members. Did you know we have a special deal with Sire, a text marketing program that we have bottom level pricing for you because you're a member? Did you know? Oh, here we go. Tony says, you mentioned showing recipes to new waiters, for example. Can we have them run through and test at least to see if they have been reviewed? I don't have, basically what Tony's asking is, do I have a learning management software system to know that they've reviewed those things? Not yet. I don't have that yet. It's on my board. I'll never be finished, okay? But do know that it could possibly be on its way. Years from now, not tomorrow. Sorry, Tony. Now, with that said, we have repeat returns, a loyalty program, good friend of mine. We've got this incredible deal with him, Cameron Carrington. You may have seen, you'll see him in this month's video magazine, which will be out any day now. I just did the final edits. Did you know we have a relationship with Service of Style? A good friend of mine, Darren Dennington, has a secret shopping service. I can get you a free shop in the beginning. Okay? Incredible. Steve says, I'm going to schedule a demo. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, brother. Did you know that when I do budgets and I see a 2.5% or higher credit card discount fee, I go nuts? Did you know that we have a relationship with City POS? That my business partner, Shefford Langley, played college baseball with one of the guys over there and called them up, said they wanted our business, said, dude, give us the best credit card discount rates for our members and we want zero cut. Everything I'm talking about so far, all these loyalty benefits, I don't make money. Don't make it. I want you to have the benefit. So if you want, we can put you in contact with them. Now, oh, Steve, or I think it was Steve, no, maybe it was Tony, asked about accounting. Here's the deal, man. If you go to last month's, go to my YouTube channel and watch episode 2 of our Smart Systems Insider 2.0, the video magazine that I'm putting out on a monthly basis, and look at the interview at the end with Ann Gannon and the Largo Group. First time in 15, almost 16 years that I'm actually recommending a CPA. These guys are incredible. They're a flat fee CPA. It's like $375 to $700 a month, depending on what you want her and her team to do. They'll tie out your books, do everything. They'll go into Smart Systems Pro, pull over your invoices, pull over your stuff for you. They'll update your Budget Creator Pro for you. They will tie out your books. They will pay your bills. They will meet with you on a monthly basis to go over your cash flow. And you can call them all you want, and they won't charge you. It's flat fee. And in fact, at the end of the year, your tax returns included. Holy crap, that's a part of our benefit working with therestaurantexpert.com. We got a special deal to start you off. Those are the loyalty benefits for being, and if anybody's a member, dial Greg Sauerbach at 1-877-457-6278, dial extension 106. Greg will hook you up with them. Again, don't make a dime, but we need to know because we have to give them access to Smart Systems Pro and your Budget Creator Pro, okay? Now, last but not least, let's talk about POS integration. Here's the deal. You don't need POS integration. I'm gonna tell you honestly, I hate POS integration because the more we make this magic, the less your managers know, the more it's like, oh, I don't believe the numbers. I'd rather my managers do everything. But it's what you want. You want close to a magic pill. So we're working on it. We have now, I think we are 99% complete with an integration we did for Focus Point of Sale. Focus is the one POS system for the first time in 15 years we are putting our name on and we are recommending as our preferred point of sale system. You'll be able to pull up your end of day report. You'll be able to pull up your in and out times for clock in. You'll be able to pull up your product mix. We'll have all that pull automatically. But with Focus, we'll also be able to push down your schedules. So when you use our app and do schedule changes and so on, and you change it in the cloud, it's going to change your POS system. So Focus is what we're recommending. A second recommendation is for an online POS system. One of our members had us create a custom integration for a company called Mobile Bytes. Really, really happy about it. That has all pull, no push, meaning the schedule won't go down. But we have those integrations live and working right now. With a third-party integration through a company called Omnivore.io, you can look them up. I got no problem because I'm paying the bill, you aren't. None of these are costing you anything extra. These are free of charge. Okay, we have been working on Micros. We think we have that one done, and that'll be all pull right now. We're working on the push. PosiTouch, we're working on pull, and then I've got to wait for Aloha NCR to give us a blessing to start working on Aloha integration. So that's one of the largest POS systems out there, and we don't have permission to integrate with them yet. So keep your fingers crossed. Hope that happens soon. Breadcrumb, Tony, is not on that list. Again, if you're using a system like that, I'm going to recommend you look at either Focus or Mobile Bytes if you're at a spot to do. Tony asked for Toast. I don't have Toast integration. I am told that Omnivore is going to be working on Revel and Toast. Okay, I can't make any promises on those. Right now, they are not on the list. So there's more to come. So here's the deal. I just rattled off. I probably bored the shit out of you, right? 2 full pages of did you know? Look, the software does so much. But here's the deal. It's not a magic pill. I suck. I create work. But look, if you want to make 2019 the best, if you're an existing member, get on the phone with my coaches. Get this shit in place. If you're not a member, want to learn more, like we said earlier, make sure you call Greg Sauerbach, toll free at 1-877-457-6278 at extension 106. You got questions, want to talk to the guy, right? I don't care. Give me a call, toll free at 1-877-457-6278 at extension 101. I'll answer your questions, but ultimately, I'm going to give you to Greg. Here's the deal. I want to thank you all for taking the time to be on my YouTube channel. I'm here to help. Whether you want the free information and you want to walk and do things on your own, or you want to run. If you want to run, we're here to help. That's what we do here at therestaurantexpert.com. We're a restaurant training and coaching company with online software built for you, but coaching and support. Like some of my competitors, they're really good software. But if you want to talk to them, the first thing you got to do is give them the credit card because that's what support costs. It's included. But nobody works on your business with you. That's what we do. I'm going to write your budget for you, with you, work on it with you. I'm going to re-engineer your menu for you, with you. I'm going to talk you off a ledge when you have a harassment claim. I'm going to analyze your numbers for you, with you, because it's cloud-based, man. I log into your system, look at your stuff, not whose computer does that spreadsheet live on and is it up to date. So anyway, here's the deal. I appreciate you going on my rant. But again, I got off the phone with a member and somebody been with me 3 years and asked me if I had integration for one of my competitors for scheduling. You gotta be kidding me. So obviously, we're not doing a good job telling our existing members or anybody who's a future member what we're doing. That's what I did today. I hope you had an awesome New Year's. I really appreciate you putting up with my rant here, sharing all this stuff. This was way long, but what the hell. I want to thank you all for being on today's live event, and I look forward to seeing you. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. The next episode of the Smart Insider, all right, version 2.0, on the Smart Systems Insider, I'm telling you, it is freaking awesome. This next episode is awesome. Make sure you subscribe. It's going to be out any day now. Thanks, everybody. I want to thank again for the comments and questions from Tony and Steve. Appreciate you. Everybody else, hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.